Career, I said. What career, man? Korea, you idiot. The piece of land hanging off the bottom end of China, said Geordie. Mind you, it's only a rumour at the moment, see? But Geordie, man, there's a war going on out there. Don't worry, Taff. It's nearly over now. Aye, but it's still blinking cold. By the way, dear listener, please feel free to insert whatever expletives you think are required at any given point. I have used the word blinking in deference to those who have led more sheltered lives, like what I have. By December of that year, 1954, myself and the rest of the 19th Field Regiment Royal Artillery were in Korea. We disembarked from HMT Empire Fawi in the port of Busan, and then had a 36-hour train ride north to the 38th parallel. What a journey. We didn't have seats. We sat on planks. The toilet was a hole in the floor, straight onto the tracks, and the wooden floor was actually rotten in that area. I didn't fancy the chances of anyone standing there in the spring when the ice melted. Cold it was. Freezing cold. 50 degrees below freezing, said Taffy Thomas from the Rhondda. And he should know. His father had an allotment, and nailed to his shed on the allotment was a thermometer, one you could set your watch by. So Gunner Thomas knew a thing or two about temperatures. After a very unpleasant journey, there was our camp, near the River Imjin, which was frozen solid. When we saw the tents, our hearts dropped into our ice-cold boots. But look on the bright side, we were only here for a year, and then lovely Hong Kong. You will be pleased to know, said Sergeant K, believe it or not, his first name was Don, we shall be under canvas for only 2 months. Everyone cheers, because that's how long we've got to build the new camp. Everyone groans. Yes, our first job in Korea was to build a new camp of Nissen-type huts, but not me. Battery Sergeant Major Bennett, Nosha, when out of earshot, had taken a shine to me. As you may have noticed, Gunner Lewis, we do not have the luxury of electricity in the camp, but what we do have is a battery charging shop, and you, being a bright spark, oh, the wit of the man, are now the battery charger. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. In the battery charging shop, I had several chore horses. These were very small generators, one proper generator, some carboys containing acid, and a drum what was laughingly called distilled water. The batteries were about the size and weight of 2 breeze blocks side by side. Some were 6 volts and some were 12 volts. There were 100 or so of these batteries, and my job was to nurse them like babies and keep them fully charged and working. The batteries are used for lighting and, of course, as power to the type of radios that were being used for communication by the military at that time. So this was my introduction to Korea. End of part 1.